Welcome to the Center for Performing Arts. Please take a moment to locate your nearest emergency exit. Any unauthorized recording or photography of the performance is strictly prohibited. The college's masking mandate has been lifted. However, masks are highly recommended and encouraged while inside our theaters. Worn properly, your mask should cover your nose and your mouth. For more information about Center for Performing Arts and our upcoming shows, please visit the website at pgcc.edu/arts or follow us on social media at PGCC Arts. That's at PGCC ARTS. So, now that you're connected to our social media, we ask you to kindly silence your cell phones and all other electronic devices, please. Thank you for supporting the arts at Prince George's Community College. Enjoy the performance.
Good evening, everybody. Can y'all hear me out there? Hey. Good evening and welcome to the Department of Nursing Spring 2022 Penance Ceremony. My name is Brittany Haynes and I have the distinct pleasure for serving as your mistress of ceremonies for this historically, traditionally, and momentous occasion. We are delighted that you are here to celebrate with your graduates this evening. I want you all to take a moment. 2 years ago, we wasn't able to leave the house. We weren't able to travel. Penning, graduation was all questionable how I was going to see this moment. And now today we get to witness your favorite young lady or young gentleman here today at the nursing penning ceremony. So just a few housekeeping items before we begin. We ask that you please silence your cell phones and electronic devices. If you don't know what that is, just click the volume and click it really low to go forward. Please stay seated as your graduate is being pinned. We have professional photographers and you have multiple moments to take pictures of your graduate. Now, we also heard the mask announcement. COVID is real and it's still here. Please keep your mask above your nose as we go forward for tonight. Now let's get ready for the moment we all been waiting for. Class of Spring 2022 may now process in. May you please remain seated as they process in and hold all visitors at the door. Please do not let no one come up the aisles as our Spring 2022 graduates process in. Let's cheer our nursing pennies. Come on down. Let's cheer them on. They have done an amazing accomplishment. Keep it up. We are presenting a class of Spring 2022. This is our nursing graduates. They are looking real, real good. They are looking real, real good. Now, may I have all of our penning on spring of 2022, just take a turn around. Let's take a moment. Graduates, take a moment to turn around, embrace this moment. Embrace it, embrace it, embrace it. You have made it through it all. You have persevered through all the unknowns during the pandemic. You didn't quit when things got hard. You dug deep and refused to stay in the past, and you made a decision to go forward. Embrace this moment with your family and friends and guests who are here to support you. Send a wave, blow a kiss, say a thank you before turning around. Graduates, please turn around. You may be seated. Thank you all for welcoming our graduates into the building. Welcome, Board of Trustees, our college administration, our guest speaker, Dr. Evers Manley, faculty, family, and friends, especially our guest of honor. The graduating class of spring 2022 of Prince George's Community College Nursing Penance Ceremony. Each penance ceremony shares the success of our students with our family and friends while celebrating this dedication to their chosen field. It is a universal symbol of the pledge that the students make to the healthcare and a sign that they are now serving as a nurse. The tradition of the nursing pen and the ceremony penning after completion of our nursing program is thought to have originated in the 1860s at the Nightingale School of the Nursing in London. In the United States, the first pen was presented to the graduating class in 1880 at the Bellevue Hospital of the Nursing in New York City. By 1916, the practice of the pen new nurses was common throughout North America. While nurses do not always wear a cap or a white uniform, graduate nurses proudly wears a pen. It is treasured symbol of their association and everlasting bond to their nursing school, evidence of completing a rigorous and physically demanding nursing program. Now, let me just say that one part again. It was a rigorous, physically demanding program. If you don't know what that means, they lost sleep, they worked overtime, they missed some special events, they studied around the clock. I'm not gonna go on because I'm gonna get emotional just like them, but it was a physically rigorous, demanding program. And the recognition of the history and heritage of the nursing. Prince George's College, Community College, has been celebrating this tradition since 1968. This year, as we celebrate 54 years of nursing here at Prince George's Community College, we embrace the vision and mission of this college. The vision of Prince George's Community College is the region premier Center for Innovation and Learning, community engagement, and strategic partnership that inspires our educational career and our personal success. Our vision here at Prince George's Community College provides affordable, high quality learning experience that supports personal, professional, and educational development for diverse populations, contributing to the economic equity and cultural vibrance of our community. Now, it is my honor and pleasure to have our opening remarks by a graduate nurse, Ms. Jasmine Seville.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Prince George's Community College Spring 2022 Nursing Department Penning Ceremony. I would like to extend an especially warm welcome to the Board of Trustees, our college president, Dr. Felicia Williams, Vice President Provost, Dr. Clayton Raley, Dean Anderson, Mrs. Koegi, Dr. Evers Manley, honored guests, faculty, families, friends, colleagues, and of course, Spring 2022 nursing graduates. Thank you for joining us today to culminate a long and arduous journey. Nursing school is so tough, and establishing a rhythm that works well for accomplishing the task at hand is complicated. It's almost akin to a patient with a new diagnosis. All parts must work together to identify the problem, find the best treatment, and create a new normal. Add a new pandemic and it becomes something even more unexpected. Oftentimes, the changes to our program were sweeping. Sometimes they were confusing, but thankfully they were temporary. And after several semesters, learning behind screens, masks, face shields at a distance of 6 feet, and amidst a changing healthcare landscape, We're excited and ready to give the patient care we've been training to do. Before we receive our marching orders and pledge, I want to share one more dosage calculation problem with you. A little dimensional analysis. No scratch paper is needed. Answer in your head. Ordered, a group of competent, compassionate, and empathetic individuals willing to provide the community with the best care possible in a number of ways in various settings. Available, a diverse bunch of talented and experienced adult students with diverse backgrounds, strengths, and plenty of resiliency. And a credible nursing program staffed with faculty, arguably too tough, too specific, undeniably talented, inspiring, and knowledgeable. Set up your problem with an 80% average to pass. Syllabi, study guides, prep used for points and some just for practice, textbook chapters, exam reviews, ATI proctored exams, several conversations with Miss Jenna, skills checkoff and clinicals, good-humored and dedicated study partners and groups. Multiply by the principles of ethical nursing practice, autonomy, beneficence, non-maleficence, justice, fidelity, veracity, and confidentiality. Divide by critical thinking, keen attention to the nursing process so you can home in on the true answer, and be sure to cancel out doubt, judgment, impatience, insensitivity, and blame. And you get the class of spring 2022 nursing graduates of PGCC nursing program. And I am so proud to be part of such a wonderful group. Lastly, we would like to thank our families, friends, trusted advisors, and other students who supported us during these challenging and unprecedented times. We absolutely could not have persevered without your loving support and commitment to our goal. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Jasmine. Now, it's such an honor. I don't take this pleasure lightly in this moment lightly. And I just first want to say thank you to the class of 2022 for this honor. You have taught me to be a better professor along the way. And I truly want to say thank you to you. You learn from me, I learn from you. Family and friends, if you don't know who I am the pediatric nurse faculty. And I tell you, we have a good time in peds. Now, it gives me great pleasure. It is an honor and pleasure to introduce Dr. Felicia Williams, our president of Prince George's Community College. Come on, clap it, clap it, clap it up. She's the one that makes it happen. She's the one that makes the way. This is the face of Pre-G Community College.
That was a pretty amazing introduction, huh? She has a career beyond just pediatrics and nursing. That's all I'm going to say. Good evening, everyone. Greetings. I am Felicia Williams, the president of Prince George's Community College, and I am truly honored to take part in today's time-honored tradition as we celebrate graduates of our nursing program through this special pinning ceremony. With gratitude to our stellar faculty and staff who have journeyed with our students every step of the way, would you just take a moment and to give them a huge round of applause? Prince George's Community College provide that high quality, transformative learning experiences that enrich lives and empower students to earn credentials. These credentials lead to personal development, professional advancement, and economic prosperity. We truly believe all individuals who seek to improve their outcomes should have access to make that vision a reality. Our nursing graduates hail from one of the most rigorous programs on our campus, and you have proven yourself worthy with grace. Our graduating cohort represents an array of countries and cultures throughout the world and that should give us hope in the future. Today, graduates, you join the distinguished ranks of those who are called to serve selflessly. Today, you join the ranks of those who are committed to making a difference. Today, you join the ranks of the few who can say definitively that they change the world every single day. As you embark on the next chapter of your journey, don't be afraid to laugh, to cry, to lean into your support network, including your family, friends, and mentors represented here today. It is often said that nursing is the hardest job you'll ever love. But take courage. You are exactly where you are meant to be. You made it through a tremendously demanding program. Many of you, while working full-time, juggling family and personal responsibilities during the process. You navigated an unprecedented pandemic. Many of you working on the front lines in area hospitals, nursing homes, and home health agencies. And you find yourself here tonight, still committed to the profession, still determined to change lives every single day. You were made for this moment as much as you have been made for this profession. There is no stopping your greatness. In closing, I leave you with this poem by the former Maryland Poet Laureate, Lucille Clifton. Won't you celebrate with me what I have shaped into a kind of life? I had no model, born into Babylon, both non-white and woman. What did I see to be except myself? I made it up here on this bridge between starshine and clay. My one hand holding tight, my other hand. Come celebrate with me that every day something has tried to destroy me, but it failed. I'm still here. Come celebrate with me. Congratulations to all of you. And thank you so much for choosing Prince George's Community College.
Thank you, Dr. Williams. Now, please help me welcome Chairman Sidney Gibson, Prince George's Community Chair of the College Board of Trustees.
Good evening. So now you know when you see Dr. Williams what a big decision the board had when we hired her, and you know why I hate to go after her. I'm Sidney Gibson, Chair of the Board of Trustees for the college. Also with me is Vice Chairman Parker and Trustee Wilson. Yes, I don't have dead brain. All right. Congratulations first to all the 2022 nursing graduates. Our board is extremely proud of the college's nursing program. This includes you, the graduates, the faculty, staff, and of course, our wonderful senior leaders. The nursing profession holds a special place for me. My mom was a nurse. She graduated from King's College in New York in 1955. She started out working in a hospital, got her master's and taught, and retired as a school nurse. For that reason, I look forward to the pinning ceremony every year. From watching my mom's journey through a career in nursing, I know while it can be a difficult journey, it can be very rewarding. You will encounter both the highs and the lows of life, but this is your beginning. My mom always stressed patient care. It's not always what the patient wants, but what does the patient need? She could describe in detail heart surgery and all that went on in the room, along with the need to get the patient up as soon as possible to walk around, as this was also vital for their recovery. She was focused on what was needed to help the patient recover as quickly as possible. Nursing is a noble profession. Not only do you need to help people heal and recover, you help families heal and recover. You ensure a parent or grandparent has more time to spend with their loved ones. You help a newborn go home. You help heal. What you do is challenging, impactful, and hopefully for you, fulfilling. You will see the toll of the pandemic firsthand. I applaud you for running towards turmoil and not away from it. I applaud you, our graduates, for persisting in spite of such the challenges in today's world. I want to commend you on behalf of the people you don't know and won't like. I promise you that you will make a positive impact on the lives of people you do not even know. Thank you. The college offers an array of healthcare programs that position students for success immediately upon graduation, and you are now part of that legacy. Our talented faculty have no doubt become mentors to you during your program, and the bonds that were born here will continue into the future. Use them as your network. Lean into this relationship. These bonds and resources available to you are at the college. They do not end with this ceremony. On behalf of the board, thank you for committing to advancing the field of nursing with such courage. As you go out to practice, wear your pen with pride. Every day you have an opportunity to change the world, and I'm confident that you have what it takes to be successful. Thank you, and best wishes.
Thank you for the wonderful words of wisdom, Mr. Chairman Gibson. Now let's welcome Dr. Clayton Raleigh, Executive Vice President and Provost for Teaching, Learning, and Student Success. Welcome.
Well, good evening. I want to congratulate our graduates first. You have done an excellent job getting here to this night. In ordinary times, we would sing your praises because of the rigor of the program and the challenges that you face in the ordinary course of becoming an RN. But you all began in the fall of 2020. That was no ordinary time. And you have, on top of the rigor of the program, you have managed to navigate, as was mentioned earlier, a lot of the vagaries that were brought into our learning environment because of the pandemic, because of COVID. But you all led the college as well. And again, I'm grateful to you for setting that example. You led us back into the classrooms. You led us back into the labs. You showed us how to navigate, how to manage living, working, studying, living in a pandemic, but doing it in a mediated face-to-face fashion, bringing us back to what it was before. And so I want to congratulate you and sing your praises even more because of the way you managed all of that. And to your instructors and to the faculty and staff that supported you and led you in that. Again, no ordinary time. Your curriculum is rigorous as it is. You have high expectations for your students. But again, on top of that, you had to add, how do we manage the pandemic on top of everything else? And so thank you very much for what you did. And so let's give our graduates and our faculty you were an example to us all on how to manage learning in this very extraordinary time. I want to just finish with one quick little comment. When I was a dean and hiring nursing faculty, the first question I would ask every candidate was, what is the most essential character of a nurse? And without exception and without hesitation, I have to say, which made it even the more admirable, they all responded empathy. And I even heard tonight empathy mentioned as well. So I know you have learned, I know you have heard from your instructors, and you probably have it innately in you already. I don't think you would have chosen nursing if you didn't have some sense of this already, but empathy is the essence, the heart and soul, if you will, of healthcare. And you're going to see people not at their best usually. And so all the more reason for empathy to be the essence of the medicine that you give to your patients. And so I encourage you to take what you've learned here and to be empathetic and really to love your patients, to love them back to health, to be empathetic in that regard. And so again, be empathetic, change the world, and thank you.
Yeah, I heard them caring behaviors now, right? All right. Now let's please welcome our Dean, Angela Anderson, Dean of Health, Wellness, and Hospitality. Come on, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up.
I know who the real stars of the show are, and it's not me, okay? Good evening, everybody, and congratulations to the spring 2022 nursing graduates. It's wonderful to be back here live in the Grand Theater to celebrate with you, as well as your invited guests who are joining us virtually. So hello across the world. When you began your journey to be a nurse, you were told there were times when it wouldn't be easy, but I don't think anybody realized just how challenging it would be. Most of you started in August of 2020, right in the middle of the pandemic, but we know that to be a nurse, you need to be able to adapt quickly, and you did. I mean, there were a number of times when 9 o'clock at night, I'm on the phone, Vivian, we have an exposure, we have to pull off a campus, and I get from Mrs. Kawogi, it's okay, already taken care of, we're going remote. 3 days, we'll be back. So pivot and pivot again, you did, and I applaud you for that because that is really not the easiest thing to do. So tonight, we not only recognize you, the graduates, but everybody else who supported you along this journey, spouses, significant others, children, parents, friends, and whoever else helped you along the way. These are the people who had to listen to you stress about, I know you've heard about the nasty dosage calculation exams, worry over lab skills verification, pray about final exams, right? And complain about the faculty who sometimes pushed you a little bit further than you thought you could go, right? But I hope you have come to realize that the pushing, the assignments, the killer tests were not because they didn't care, but because they didn't just want you to be successful, they want you to excel. So I recently received an email from our risk manager that I want to share with you, and it's very short, but I think it's very, it's very boom to me, okay? Hi, Angie. I have to tell you a story about a young lady who went through our nursing program. Her mother works for the county in the risk management office, and I was asking how her daughter was doing. And she told me that when her daughter was trying to decide where to go, and I swayed her to go here instead of fill in the blank, she was very apprehensive. She started shortly before the pandemic. Her mother told me last week that her daughter was so grateful for all that she had learned here, and the faculty was outstanding. She now works for the oncology department at George Washington University, and she is training the nurses that graduated from blank university at the same time that she went here. It's always good to hear stories about students that have done well once they graduate from the college, Robin. So there you go, okay? And that's just one success story. So I too want to express my appreciation to the nursing faculty. Each and every one of them goes out of their way to ensure that you not only succeed, but that you excel. And before you got into the program, there were a couple individuals who helped you get through that whole admissions process, right? So I also want to thank our embedded advisors, Ms. Nicole Stubbs and Ms. Takima McKelvin. And I know I saw them come in. They're over there in the corner. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So you've worked hard to get to this point, but there is still one more hurdle, and that is NCLEX, good, okay. So the bar has been set pretty high for the classes before you. So my question to you is, will you raise it even higher? Okay. So after you party for the next few days, because I always allow a few days of partying as opposed to previous nursing chairs who said don't party. Get back to the books because we want you to pass your exam on the first attempt and become an RN because we desperately need you out there in the workforce. Okay, so I do have one last request before I leave the stage, and that is how many of you are coming to commencement on Thursday? Okay, good. So I'm a little bit competitive. And there's this ongoing challenge between the deans. So when I ask the graduates in the Division of Health, Wellness, and Hospitality to please rise, I want you to cheer really, really loud. Okay. And I didn't tell Dr. Williams to cover her ears when I did it this time because she's already heard the spiel before. Okay. So today marks the beginning of a new phase in your professional development. Remember, learning doesn't end. Your degree provides you with the building block for your career. So I encourage you to take advantage of one of the many agreements we have with our four-year partners and pursue your BSN and then your MSN and maybe your DNP. So congratulations, good luck on NCLEX, and best wishes in your future endeavors.
Now, y'all been given the charge to take the NCLEX ASAP. You will pass on the first time. If you got to be in DC, Maryland, Virginia, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, anywhere that got an authorization to test and the spot is there, you're there. Remember, you're going to protect that registered nursing license because you got this and because you're moving forward. Now, it gives me honor and pleasure to please welcome Professor Vivian Kawogi, our department chair of the nursing program, to provide us with a remark and introductions of our faculty. Welcome, Miss Vivian.
It's a pediatric thing. Good evening, everyone. Members of the Prince George's Community College Board of Trustees, Dr. Williams, Dr. Rayleigh, Dean Anderson, Dr. Everest Manley, guests, esteemed nursing faculty, staff, family, friends, and our awesome class of spring 2022. It's gonna take you back a year there. My name is Vivian Kawogi, and I'm the chair of the nursing department. It gives me great pleasure and pride to join in the welcoming that you've already received to the celebration of our graduates. This is truly a celebration well-deserved. This is our way of welcoming them as nurses into the practice of professional nursing. So just indulge me for a few minutes as I share a few thoughts with you. This month is special for nursing. The month of May, historically, we had 1 week that we celebrated Nurses Week, and that was from May 6th to the 12th. This year, we got the whole month. We're celebrating Nurses Month. Every day of the month of May is Nurses Day. So bring that gift and that flower for every nurse you know and meet. And the reason is the mother or the founder of modern nursing, Florence Nightingale, was born in Florence, Italy on May 12, 1980. This year would have marked her 202 years since her birth. So this year, our theme for Nurses Month is Nurses Make a Difference. Do you believe that? Anybody ever doubted that? You have to look back to 2020. From the ANA website, which is the American Nurses Association's website, there's a quote that I'd like to read to you. The ANA has selected the evergreen theme, Nurses Make a Difference, to honor the varying roles of nurses and their positive impact on our lives. Nurses make a difference as trusted advocates who ensure individuals, families, and populations receive quality patient care and services. Nurses make a difference by influencing and shaping healthcare policy decisions that ensure all Americans, and I may add globally, have access to high quality, affordable healthcare. Globally, a nurse may be the only provider of care in certain geographic areas, especially in developing countries. So that means as the manager of the patient's care, we are expected to know everything about that patient. We work on a team of specialists who may specialize in different aspects of care. But the manager of the patient's care must be competent in all aspects of that patient care to ensure the best possible outcome. So why is nursing school so rigorous? That's your answer. You want a manager that can actually manage the patient's care and provide the best possible outcome for that patient. For almost 3 years, we've been talking nursing and nursing. You know, I feel like finally we got the recognition. I've been in this profession for 40 years, and I feel like I finally arrived. Every single gray hair here can tell the story. Oh, thank you guys. Yes, yes. So 2020 was the year of the nurse. And that was decided in the fall of 2019 by the WHO. Nobody knew COVID was coming, right? So 2020 did live up to its name, the year of the nurse. 2021 was the extended year of the nurse. Again, for the same reason. This year, 2022, is the year of the nurse educator. So can you see why I had 3 years of celebration? And everybody over here? Yeah, we should be cheering. For nurses being, the heart of healthcare, we had seen some major challenges related to the pandemic. Several nurses who were already on the verge of retiring made a quick exit. There were nurses who resigned for multiple reasons from their positions. There were nurses who also got infected with COVID, got sick. And there were nurses who made other choices to travel and change professions and work in other states. So what happened to the healthcare system as all of these changes happened? We had a predicted nursing shortage. We have been talking about this for years. It was coming, it was coming, it was coming. Well, COVID just accelerated that. And so we're now faced with significant challenges in staffing hospitals to care for the most vulnerable patients. Because I don't know if you know this, but when I left nursing school, you had a elective surgery, you stayed in the hospital for a week, right? That don't happen anymore. We're sending patients home that I never thought would be ready to go home after surgery, but they're thriving. Why? Because there were nurses that were available to do home care for them. However, given the competition for staffing and the fact that we're looking at the economic well-being of ourselves and our families, we have seen significant challenges to the health system. So there is a demand for highly qualified, competent nurses to care for the increasingly complex patients that we serve. And as you know, nurses make up the majority of the workforce in healthcare, internationally also. So we are the spine of the system, is what I like to say. And without nurses, what's gonna happen? You have that surgery, there's nobody to take care of you. Which surgeon, great therapist, but the nurse is kind of there in the middle. So at the peak of the pandemic, pre-COVID, and I just like to share this because I've been getting so many feedback from former graduates, friends, and colleagues who worked during the peak of the pandemic. And what we did pray for and ask for was a way out. We wanted COVID to be gone. We still do, right? And so what did we get? We got COVID vaccines. So pre-pandemic, we had nothing but hope and prayers and good nursing care for what we could do. But people were really, really, just hoping and praying, just one more day to give the researchers time to give us some help. And so we got the COVID vaccine and we've seen a big difference. The nurses that were out there caring for patients in 2020 during the peak of the pandemic were educated in the nursing programs to care for patients at the end of their lives. But never did they think they would see so many deaths in such a short time, that it actually impacted them. Because we nurses sometimes forget to self-care. And so we have to learn that. So I'm telling you, young graduates, young in the profession, remember to self-care. Remember to take with you your little group of support people. Remember your family, your friends, the people that got you over this hump. They'll be there. So into this current practice environment, we sent our graduates. We have prepared them well to go and serve. We anticipate they will be joining our profession in caring empathetically, advocating and educating patients and their families. They're ready to care for self and others as they practice. So allow me a few minutes to just talk directly to the graduates. You are now my colleagues. Dear class of spring 2022, 40 years ago, I sat where you're sitting when I received my pin from my BSN program in Liberia, West Africa. It seems like only yesterday. Though it's been a wonderful ride and a rewarding one, I may say, and I'm sure if you ask your other faculty, they might tell you the same thing. There have been several challenges and bumps. So how do we survive and thrive when things don't go well? What do we do? Well, we put psych at the end of the program for a reason, right? So you have all that information. It's not just for the patient, it's for you also. So use it. Therapy is not a bad word. It's a very good word. Self-care is a better word. So you have to be strong, you have to be healthy to help other people. A lot of times when I talk to young aspiring nursing students, I just want to help people. Yes, I agree, but you have to be healthy to help people. So just gotta remember that. So I'm asking you to develop good, strong support systems. When you get to that first job as an RN, you're fresh, your knowledge is just beaming. You see all the things that are wrong. Oh my gosh, this is not what Miss Ing told me. Mr. Dess didn't say that. And Ms. Vini didn't say that, and Dr. Wu didn't say that, Think that to yourself, process that, call us to talk, survive, thrive, be a change agent in a very positive way. Get involved in your quality improvement projects on your units. Associate degree programs are not known for research, but we do teach and practice evidence-based practice. And evidence-based comes from research, right? So you're a part of that change process for the units that you serve on. The other thing I want to let you know is you all took that ATI predictor. And it told me you're all ready for NCLEX, that you should all pass with a 90-something% probability. What? Okay. So my challenge to you is to see your predictor, all of the stuff we've given you, all of the additional resources, as just that. It's a prediction. It's not real yet until you get that NCLEX score. I've had very good students walk into NCLEX and not be successful and call me and I say, what happened? Oh, Ms. Grogi, I just thought I was done studying. After pinning, I just thought I'll go take my NCLEX. I'm not doing anymore. Well, remember, you have a gap now. Your brain has kind of decompressed a little bit, right? So you need to get back into that mode. So you have some resources to help you with that. Remember your ATI, remember your UWorld, remember everything that we've provided you, and use them. I want everyone to know in here and around the world, wherever you are, that these people have already applied for the license nursing, the nursing licensure exam, excuse me. They've done that. They should be able to test in the next 60 days. They should start getting the authorizations to test. And we encourage them to go ahead and take the first available spot that they feel they're ready to take that exam. We don't want them waiting longer than 60 days because we know what happens. You forget, okay. All right, so remember, nurses, in your practice, you may be the first person that a baby sees at birth, and you may be the last person a patient sees at death. So always remember to practice your profession with the highest integrity, compassion, empathy, advocacy, and caring. Remember, challenges don't make or break us, but it reveals who we are. And we know we are nurses. We, the faculty, and I pass the torch to you. Keep it lit and pass it on to future nurses. Go the distance. The dean mentioned already. Get that BSN. Some of you are almost there. I know, that's Miss Nicole Stubbs. It's right over there. She got the list. Get the MSN, get that DMP, and get that PhD. Bloom wherever you're planted. So now to the family and friends. Thanks for your support. They couldn't have done it without you. And we know that and we recognize that. So thank you for being there for them. And like Dean Anderson said, we have one more hurdle. So they still need you to cook for them, help them with laundry, help them with childcare. Said Mr. Wogi said I should bring the kids. Here they are. I gotta go study. Grandma will be very happy to have them, or grandpa, auntie, uncle, or friend. Just know that they need a little bit more support so they can have the time to regroup and prep for the exam. So congratulations, family and friends and loved ones of our graduates. I'd like to thank our division administration. Thank the college also, but the division administration, Dean Anderson, our Associate Dean, Natalie Webb, who couldn't join us, the health science advisors, and she already mentioned you guys, but I'd like you to stand, please. Please stand. Tamika and Nicole. Okay, they are embedded advisors. Students get so attached to those two people. Even when they're in the program, they still go back to them. And I said, why are they coming to you? They have a nursing faculty advisor now. So thanks, Nicole, and thanks, Tamika. We also like to thank our continuing education coordinator, Ms. Sanaya Ward. We'd like to thank our simulation lab technicians, Mr. Daniel Foss and Mr. Mark Trimley, and the division and department support staff, Ms. Erica Jackson, Ms. Monica Hayes, and Ms. Cheryl Corner. We couldn't do this without you. Now to the faculty. The reason I'm up here. I recently read a quote, and it goes, "The role of the nurse educator has always been to impart the right skills and knowledge to their students so they become competent, confident nurses who excel in providing care that is safe, effective, and competent." Over the last few years, our abilities to be nurse educators have truly been tested. We were a face-to-face program. Yes, we had some online. We did use a learning management system, and we had all of our course information on there, but we never truly taught online as we were required to do during the pandemic. This faculty, I want you to know, are the queen and kings of pivot. Like Angie said, we get a call and I call everybody. I'm like, okay, this is the plan. Okay, Vivian, how can we help? What can we do? Such a cohesive group that really believes in the student. What is in the best interest of the student? How can we protect our students and make sure that they can learn, because we need them to get to their goal and help us, our profession. So over the last couple of years, we rapidly transitioned to online instruction. We have students fit tested for N95 mask. We were making sure that students knew how to correctly don and doff, which is putting on and taking off personal protective equipment. And we've proven our resilience as a faculty. As soon as we felt like, good, we got this online thing done, what happened? We're back face to face. So when you talk about being able to be flexible and agile, this is how I would describe our faculty. The PGCC nursing program met all challenges and we excelled. We are PGCC strong and proud. This, my friend, is a part of the nursing program success. As our practice is evidence-based and decisions are data-driven, here we share the evidence, our graduates, and we have the data, NCLEX pass rate. Our most recent NCLEX pass rate is 88.98%. These guys, no pressure, no pressure. But you said you were going higher. So that's the number you're aiming, that's your benchmark, higher than that. All right, so from the National League for Nursing, there's a statement that sums up everything I like to say. And it reads, in recognition of the essential role of nursing education during the pandemic, and in celebration of its historic and continuing inspiration to nurses everywhere, the National League for Nursing has announced 2022 as the year of the nurse educator. So congratulations, guys. You deserved it. So join me in celebrating our faculty. And it is now my pleasure to introduce each faculty member by name via slideshow. Ms. Kayon Campbell. Ms. Antonia Chongdong. Ms. Latasha Kusar. Ms. Barbara Ng. Dr. Meseret Hailey. Ms. Brittany Haynes. Ms. Christine Holden. Mr. Namdi Adika. Dr. Claudette Jeffrey. Ms. Jennifer Matkins. Ms. Pamela Marcus. Pam, I'm going to ask you to please stand. Pam has been the advisor, organizer, planner for this pinning ceremony. So would you please give her a round of applause? Dr. Charmaine McKee. Dr. Mirna Ostrega. Ms. Cheyenne Red. Mr. Milak Tibesi. Ms. Jenna Underwood. Dr. I've got a name correction. I've got a name correction. Dr. Kimberly Wilson. And our esteemed adjunct faculty with whom we could not do this. And there are several adjuncts here tonight, and I'm just going to ask you to stand briefly. Adjunct faculty, would you please stand? I saw a couple of you here. Thank you. Who's that? Your humble servants. So class of spring 2022, I'd like to say congratulations, best wishes, and I will be calling you if I don't see you on the Board of Nursing website. So answer your phone when I call. Good luck.
I don't know what to say after that, you know what I mean? Well, moving forward. Good one. At this time, I would like to invite Devon Smith, our graduate nurse, to introduce our keynote speaker for this evening. Give it up, give it up, give it up now. Give it up, give it up, give it up now.
Good evening, everybody. All right, move this here. Okay. All right, so hi. So Shirley Evers Manley has 37 years of experience developing and implementing community-based health promotion and preventing programs, working with vulnerable populations and speaking about diversity locally and abroad. She currently serves as the interim dean at Alcorn State University School of Nursing and has held positions as corporate chief nursing officer for 6 hospitals, 2 magnet status, 1 pediatric and 1 academic medical center, director of public health nursing, and president of her own healthcare consulting firm. Dr. Evers Manley has managed programs for HIV, hepatitis C, 8 avoidable cancers, hypertension, infant mortality, sickle cell, diabetes, physical activity, and obesity campaigns and end-of-life awareness. She has worked with policymakers regarding health disparities impacting vulnerable populations and was instrumental for helping to change the prostate and breast cancer screening guidelines for the American Cancer Society. Dr. Evers Manley has experience in both qualitative and quantitative research methodologies, performance improvement, evidence-based quality care, and health policy and regulatory affairs, as well as academia. Dr. Evers Manley won numerous prestigious awards for her accomplishment and contributions to the community and to nursing. She is an internationally recognized expert in oncology nursing within the context of public and community health. She gives voice to those who feel they have no voice. She works diligently with politicians, hospital administrators, and public health officials to advance healthcare worldwide. Dr. Evers Manley earned her PhD from the University of California, San Francisco, is on the board of the National Black Nurses Association, where she serves as co-chair of the Global Health Committee, and is a fellow of the American Academy of Nursing. Introducing Dr. Shirley Evers Manley.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I would like to first thank and take this opportunity to thank Ms. Kim Cartwright, her niece, Mr. Monier Smith, Professor Pamela Marcus, and Dean Vivian Kwange for inviting me. I would also like to thank your president, Felicia D. Williams. We have a Felicia M. Nave at Alcorn State University. So I think this is the year of the women for presidents. I would also like to thank your Board of Trustees, your provost, and all of your distinguished guests for being here. I'm both honored and flattered to have been asked to speak at this wonderful occasion. One of my favorite experiences is every semester to see the graduating nursing at the pinning ceremony. Thrilled that this day has come to fruition. It is a time for thanking family, friends, faculty, and staff who have made a difference towards your sanity and your success. And the excitement that your new career is about to begin. I always prepare with tissues as this emotion of the occasion fills the room. I congratulate you and your families. As individuals, proudly celebrate this ceremony, but realize many people help you into this room this evening, most notably your parents. Your parents made you a priority, made sacrifices, and were the #1 reason why you are the exceptional student and gifted learner and invested member of our community. Over the past years, I'm certain they have been able to encourage you, guide you, reprimand you, structure, loved, played, praised, supported, redirected, and yes, probably even grounded you. To the graduating nursing students, I stand in complete admiration that you have made it through nursing school during a rapid changing time and through a pandemic, as have been mentioned many times on this stage this evening. I stand steadfast with you, knowing the difficult journey you had to travel, the sacrifices that you have made of your own, and the rigorous curriculum that you have conquered. Together with your dean, professors, staff, president, provost, I know that you have persisted, you have prevailed, and you have provided the best of you. Congratulations. So let me take you back just a little bit. Do you remember some of the thoughts that passed through your mind when you entered into nursing school? How was I going to get through this program? Are there any more scholarships? Can I get some help with transportation? Why is it so difficult to get an A? I heard somebody say you had to get 80% to pass the test. How is it possible to get all the work completed? I heard you talk about ATI. The templates, they do templates. And then the final exam came and you got the news and you made it through and you passed and you're sitting here today. And this pinning ceremony, it is the first time that you and your classmates can celebrate and come together and have a good time. But as one of your deans said, just for a few days, because now it's more ATI or Hearst reviews or answering 500 questions a night so that you can pass that NCLEX for the first time. I have a wonderful collection of art, which differs vastly in subject matter, composition, medium, space, form, texture, color, and presentations. Yet, a common thread is that each artist seeks to realize with every stroke their distinct vision through unyielding energy, passion, and dedication. It is the same passion that I have with nursing students, educators, and staff and advocates of nursing. You are all a collection of great work and works in progress. A Starry Night is one of Vincent van Gogh's most identifiable and mystical works of art. For me, its beauty comes from the group of stars intertwining to depict a lively and enterprising night sky. I see you all in much the same way. Your faculty, your staff, the students, the alumni, your president, your provost, the admission folks, everybody that you talked about and celebrated tonight, all helped you to get here. They are all stars, and you are stars yet to be reckoned. You are stars that have been prepared to be high quality, limitless, transformative masterpieces in healthcare, in education, in practice, in evidence-based inquiry, in leadership, and to be admired and appreciated for generations to come. My years of being a nurse and being an international aunt of 80 nieces and nephews, 8 sets of twins, serving as a chief nursing officer and vice president of patient services at 6 hospitals in 2 states in the District of Columbia, all at the same time, gives me a keen eye of being able to look at things in a different way and with a different perspective. And oh yes, I was an assistant dean, an associate dean, and a dean at 3 different institutions. So I have an opportunity to look at and be attuned to risks and benefits of various actions, and I'm abreast of seeing what things look like when something goes wrong. As you embark on your new career as a nurse, I would like to offer you the following. First of all, fall in love with nursing. Fall in love with nursing, just like you fell in love with that person that you cannot take your eyes off of. Make your life as a nurse count. Make it impossible to judge you because of who you are, but for what you represent. Make your nursing career count by showing gratitude and thanking our ancestors for giving us a place to stand. Remember the children. And I've heard a lot about pediatric nurses. I started out in the NICU. NICU, then I worked pediatrics, then I worked 8 years of pediatric hospice. So sometimes nursing is not, the place where you want to go is not where you're going to go. It's a calling that calls you to that place. So look at the children. We just had another attack on children today in Texas. Pray for them and pray for those families. Work with them, work with your school to give money back to your alma mater to help other children who may want to become a nurse. It's important that you continue to reach back to help others. Live a life of integrity. Now, I know none of you never said that if your professor wasn't in the room and you knew exactly where the answer for question number 23 was in your book, would you look at it? Oh, some of you guys turned around. No, I'm just playing. But I know you didn't do that. That's integrity. And as a nurse, we have to live with integrity. We have to speak the truth with power, the power of self, making our life count, making your career as a nurse count. It's important to make good decisions under rapid changing conditions. And through this COVID pandemic, we have been making rapid transitions to rapid changing conditions. First Lady Michelle Obama gave a commencement speech at the University of California, Merced, a new campus in Northern California. She stated that, remember that you are blessed. Remember that in exchange for those blessings, you must give back. She then quoted Miriam Wright Elderman, a lifelong advocate for disadvantaged Americans, who said, "Service is the rent we pay for living. It is the true measure, the only measure of success." I can't think of a better profession that truly exemplifies these quotes than nursing. And so I can think of a better way for you all to start your journey into a profession of nursing, thinking about how blessed of a role you're going to be. Your hands, your caring hands, and sometimes that's all somebody might recall you by. I've taken care of many patients who were comatose, who were sick, and I would go touch them and they were like, "You're that nurse with the cold hands." I just touched somebody back there and she felt my cold hands. "You're the nurse with that song. You always sing." In nursing, there's going to be difficult times for your patients and they're going to be difficult times for you. So as a nurse, it might appear we're expected to care more about our patients than we do ourselves. It may appear that we might be inconvenienced every day that we go to work, and that as a nurse, we're expected to go above and beyond. I can tell you as a nurse, as a manager, there's times we're going to call you to come in for an extra shift or stay late for an extra shift. Sometimes it might feel that you have to give more to nursing and to the hospital and to your patients than you do your families, at the expense of others and your own needs. But what I can promise you is that the blessings you give to your patients will be returned to you tenfold. You have an incredible opportunity to make a difference in somebody's life every day that you go to work and touch someone with your caring hands and with your loving spirit. So as you begin your journey into your professional practice, I want you to remember that you are blessed and that you have a voice. It's not enough to have a voice and don't use it and don't exercise it. So get involved. Once you are through orientation, passed your NCLEX, and had those first precious 6 months of orientation, I want you to kick it up a notch. Get involved. And how do you get involved? Read the literature. Make sure you continue to stay abreast of what's happening around the world and around your care and providing care. And what COVID taught us is that we were not prepared. We were not prepared. Across the world, we were not prepared. And yes, another pandemic will come. So get involved and read the literature. Ask questions. Challenge the status quo. Join a professional nursing organization. And I've already said it, but I'm going to say it again. Work with your foundation here at your school and give back. Because nursing is a very expensive program to deliver. And not every school have the opportunity to have ATI. For schools to have ATI, it's a blessing. And there's Cadillac models of ATI, and there's the basics. So you know what that means when you're buying a car. You're just buying a simple car, you're getting all the bells and whistles. So think of the bells and whistles that your school would want to prepare for someone. Also, getting involved by having a voice can make the nursing profession be the true change agents that we are. Now, I don't know how many of you knew, but on May 12th, they had a Million Nurse March in DC. Nurses from all over the country and all over the world, from my understanding, was in DC to talk about nursing and nursing care. So you have an opportunity to be change agents for nursing practice and patient advocates. And I want you to take a look to your left and to your right and behind you, because your nurse colleagues are also your patients as well. They're your customers as well. And sometime on the floors, we don't have that camaraderie that we want to have between our nurse colleagues. So remember your nurse colleagues. Take their phone numbers down and continue to call them and ask them how they're doing. Take care of your fellow nurses as you would your patients. In closing, thank you so much for choosing to become a nurse. I cheer you for your success. I salute you for your commitment, and I understand your passion. So congratulations, and I look forward to seeing you cross the stage with your pen. And I heard it said earlier, where you're students now, but you're now going to be our colleagues. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you, Dr. Eris Manley, for that inspirational address. Now y'all gotta be the change agents. You gotta be the face. Now it's time for the moment we all been waiting for. Come on, y'all been waiting for this since day one. You've been waiting for it since day one. The pinning of our nursing graduates. We will have Professor Jenna Underwood will be reading the names of our graduates, while Professor Malik Tedesi will be pinning our first row, followed by Professor Kayon Campbell, who will be pinning our second row. Miss Jenna Underwood.
You know, I had to stumble a little bit. Mr. Malak Tedessa. Row 1, will you please stand? And if you would move on toward the stairs. Adiola Abdul. Nana Abba Ajay Chiramatang. Uteme Awaregba. Zachariah Ankiabam. Lillian Anyao. Akwang Ayembo. Adiola Bankole. Larissa Carey. Rebecca Caudle. Sanjeevani Chavan.
Velvet Crocker. Edward Alain de Guzman. Jennifer Figueroa. Paul Johnson. Will row 2 stand? Row 2 will be pinned by Kayon Campbell. Professor Kayon Campbell. Kadiatu Kawa. Summer R. Jackson. Rocio Manuel Aguirre. Mawatea. Rachel McLean. Carly Mercedes. Yesenia Miranda. Ya Nambu. Ngozi Wachuku. Perpetua Wafor. Janine Q. Ortiz. Doris Osagale. Sherry Pegram. Ashley Pemberton. Tamara Reagan. Joanna Reyes. Jasmine Seville. Belinda Cisse. Tamoya Shaw. Angel Smith. Devon Smith. Courage Tebby. Ugochi Thomas. Beatrice Isendi Washington. Julian Ziem. You may be seated. I am so proud of you all.
Let's clap it up another time for our amazing nursing graduate. You did it. You did it. You did it. Now we're going to take a small moment. Here's a quick slideshow of the life of our graduate nursing students. Oh my, the life of a nursing graduate. We can only imagine what it looks like, but it probably looks different in everybody's households. Thank you guys for that amazing presentation, and I hope you guys cherish these memories as you continue to go forward in your nursing career. Now we will have Rebecca Colley, graduate nursing, present our student and faculty presentation. Miss Rebecca.
It wouldn't be me if I didn't fall over in the middle. I'm surprised it took this long.
Let's give it up for Rebecca.
So this is really not to honor all faculty, just one particular faculty. Our class has had the tremendous privilege of honoring Professor Ng. Over the course of this semester, I've been interviewing faculty and staff. I've talked to former students. At my clinical sites, my job interviews, even my own kids' doctor's visits, I have found people whose lives and their nursing careers have been impacted by Professor Ng. People have called her our own Florence Nightingale. Everyone spoke of her with immense respect. One of her coworkers shared with me that in staff meetings, she always brings it back to the students and what is best for us. She has shared with us countless gifts of knowledge and kindness. She's a phenomenal teacher and a beautiful soul. Can you please join us on stage, Professor Ng? Water lilies can be seen as symbols of unity, finding peace and balance. You embody unity, peace, and balance. We would like to present you, I have it on the table, with a small painting of a water lily as a token of our appreciation for what you have given, not just to our class, but the whole nursing community. We wish you rest, adventure, peace, and balance in your retirement.
Wow, thank you so much. Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay. Well, Barb doesn't know this, but I'd like to ask the nursing faculty, please come up here.
Wow.
This will be quick. Not that we don't. You heard Rebecca say that people refer to Barb as the Florence Nightingale. So, you know, Florence Nightingale is and we're proud of her contributions to nursing. That would be Barb Ng's contribution for 48 years to the practice of professional nursing. The PGCC nursing program is very grateful to you, Barb, for 28 years. Oh. Oh. My office mate in Lanham Hall, 3rd floor. Just thankful to have known you as a colleague and a friend. Remain warm. Okay. The nursing department has a gift for Barb. It's a custom-made Florence Nightingale blanket. We're sending her off so she can remain warm, wrapped in Florence's lamp as a gift from our department. so she can continue to shine the light of Florence's lamp along the path of nursing and nursing education, and however she chooses. On a personal note, I said she was my office mate, the first person I met when I got here 19 years ago. And so it's good, it was a good run. There is no farewell. Just see you soon. Goodbye.
Wow. They're looking for something, but I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you so very, very, very much. It has been a good run. It's been my honor and privilege to be part of this wonderful college and this wonderful nursing department and the colleagues and the friends I've made, and especially to the wonderful nursing students. And yes, there's probably 1,000 or so out there that came through my class at some point in the past 28 years. Wow. And it's, it's time, but thank you very, very much. And Angie thinks I'm coming back at some point to read a report or something. But thank you very, very much for everything that you've done, for all of my friends, my colleagues, my students who are now my colleagues. So, when I'm an old lady and I need nursing care, I think we'll all be in good shape up here, won't we? Thank you so, so very much for the honor and privilege to be part of this community. Thank you very much. Wow.
There's one other thing, you spoke too fast.
I spoke too fast. Okay. Thank you. Wow, this is beautiful.
And Bob, there's an emblem on there. It's actually a personal note for you.
Loving you, it's the right thing to do. How can I ever change things that I feel? If I could, maybe I'd give you my world. How can I, when you won't take it from me? You can go your own way. Go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. You can go your own way. Go your own way. Tell me why everything turned around. Packing up, checking up, so you wanna do. If I could, maybe I'd give you my world. Open up, everything's waiting for you. You can go your own way. Go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. You can go your own way. Go your own way. You can go your own way.
You all, thank you, Barb, Professor Emeritus. We love you. She said she'll be back. You know she'll be back. She'll be back in some way, shape, or form.
Wow, my colleagues really outdid themselves. I mean, that first picture was from high school. But it's been a journey, hasn't it? And I hope you all have a chance to live a dream in nursing. It's a fabulous ride, and get a chance to retire, making a difference and feeling, that it's been meaningful and impactful. And I educators too. Thank you so much for this honor and for, celebrating this with me. Thank you. It's yours too. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. I can feel the love. Wait till I get there. I'm gonna feel it again. Now, get ready for a show of your lifetime. This is something that has never been done before. Help me welcome Sherry Pingram for our Oscar award-winning nursing school reenactment. Oh, whoops. One more second. I made a mistake. A mistake. Let me welcome Miss Pamela Marcus for the presentation of our student honors.
So before we do Oscars, and you will enjoy this skit, I want to bring forth on the stage Abiola Abdul. Are you up here? Where are you? So we have honors, and we decided this year that we would bring the honor student in pinning. And the honor student is someone who's done the top, not only academically, but I had the honor of being your clinical instructor. So I got to see her care firsthand. So she got A's, she could take the tests, but that touch talking to the patient, and I teach psychiatry, so she's got to ask patients if they're depressed. Are they suicidal? Do they want to hurt somebody? Are they hearing voices? All important. And she was able to do that. And she was able to collaborate with the patient and give a patient hope. And I was able to hear a professional report and a desire to help people. So Abiola, I'm really proud of you. Now she's in a master's program and she's going to be a nurse anesthetist. And when you are dealing with a nurse anesthetist, you got to get people calm, right? So that you don't have to give them quite as much medication. So you're going to use those 10 deep breaths I've been teaching you. So I just wanted to let you know that we have an honor in the house. And so thank you, Abiola, for being such a good nursing student and a good nurse.
Well, let me try this again. Get ready for the show of your lifetime. Please help me welcome Miss Sherry Pingram for an Oscar award-winning nursing school reenactment. Come on, clap it up. Y'all could do better than that. I know y'all tired. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to this. We really appreciate that. Support of all of our family and friends. We're also going to do this comedy skit, and we want you to play along with us. Further ado, welcome to nursing school.
Welcome, students. And my name is Amber. You guys know, get your time done. Yes, Dr. Jeffrey, mute your mics. Hello, welcome to 1020. I'm Dr. Jeffrey. How are you all today? You're going to learn about hand hygiene. Hand hygiene. and more hand hygiene. And you better know your NANDA diagnosis and those advice. You better know it.
Welcome, class. Welcome to Nursing 1040. My name is Dr. Ahili. Okay, class. What is the normal range of blood pressure normal pH? What is the normal pH, the range of pH? Can you guys hear me? It's too much noise. I can't hear you. Can you hear me? I think you got it all. You guys got it all, okay? Dr. Haley, do you have any question for the students?
No, it is really important. You have Eugene. I mean, think about it. Study. Patient in the ice. One way to tell how they're doing is Eugene. Okay? Thank you guys.
And don't forget, students, because you're gonna see that sometimes in your exam, okay? And I'm gonna put a TV so that y'all can see, okay? If you can't hear me, let me know. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, you guys don't have master's degree in computer, so I know it all, okay?
I need you all to log into my Kahoot. And please do not come to us until after you have watched The Voice.
And guys, make sure you do your prep unit up to mastery level of 8. I really gonna help you.
Mel, are you there? I can't see or hear you. Mel, Mel. Oh. There's Mel with coffee in his hands. That nice, guys.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me? Okay, good. Okay, good. So today we're going to be talking about antibiotics. And you know about what I always say about medications. You have to know about the actions, why you're giving it, and the side effects. So we're going to talk about vancomycin. Can anybody tell me the side effect of vancomycin? Wait. Wait. I'm going to give you a hint. Huh? What's the side effect? Perfect. Perfect.
I was doing nursing when we used to administer chemo drugs without gloves on. Then wonder why all the nurses were getting sick.
Now, before we even talk about chemo drugs, I need to make sure, did you look at the slide? You looked at the slides because we're going to talk about cisplatin, methotrexate, vincristine, something else? I don't know.
Okay, Mel, that's good and all, but you guys only really need to know vincristine and cisplatin for the exam. You guys won't be the one who orders these medications. Just know the consideration.
To go forward, I need you to read the syllabus and schedule before you email me about anything else. Moving forward, I put the due date for the ATI template set to go forward. I'm gonna need y'all to know when the drug is safe and when it's not. It's a yes or no. If it's safe, then you can put yes. If it's not safe, then you put no. I'm not gonna tell y'all this no more. I'm not gonna tell y'all this no more. Okay. Now, let me introduce to y'all my ace buku. My sister from another mister, okay? I can't live without her. I can't do this without her. Professor Cheyenne Red.
Girl, stop. Girl, stop. You know, she a- Hey guys, no, I don't baby, but heart stuff, that's my thing, such as psychology. Hence. These kids will be very good. Or they're gonna assume a position like this. Hold on one second. I heard let me get my dog. My neighbors, they getting their boots done right now. We just get a little anxious sometimes, so I gotta get them.
But Cheyenne, you have some questions about the cart stuff in the chat, because you know, girl, I don't do the heart, I do bust the gut stuff, that's me.
Morning, class. I'm Rena Ortega, nursing 2022. All right, I have some goodies here. Why you do anything tiny? All right, it's 8 o'clock. Let's go.
Good morning, class. I hope you guys studied well yesterday. Did you all went through the slides? Okay. So how often do you change your detector in your house? Good job, good job, good job, good job. It seems that you guys are studying hard. You got this, you got this. Dr. O, do you have any question for us on the students?
Okay, guys, remember what your book says. All in your book, that material, use them. Okay.
And don't forget to study hard, study. The exam will soon be in the corner. Please study, okay?
Okay, thank you, guys.
When you've been working as long as I have, you learn and how people check in on all of you. Make sure you do your Columbia scale.
Did you just hear what Professor Marcus said? You see how she said it 3 times? So that means maybe in the future, it may not be, but it may be on the test. So I need everybody to pay attention. And I need you to pay attention and all pass because I like my job. And I like my job that allows me to be able to give my kids the expensive cereal that they eat. That means you all pass.
I feel like there's a lot of tension. You all are very stressed after that last test. It's palpable. So I want everyone to take 10 deep breaths with me together.
You guys won't fail. Let's do some Reiki. Make a large ball of energy and press it down to a small ball. Pass it through the crown of chakra and the throat, etc.
Well,
semester. Don't wait until the end of semester to come see Miss Jen. You need to do some critical thinking questions. Now did you see the color lights in my window? Red means Miss Jenna's busy. Green means I am free. Blue means I am not in the room. Remember, you guys are no longer my students. You are my colleagues. So congratulations to the class of May 2022.
Come on, let's give it up for the Oscar Award School reenactment. Come on, give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up. She still got the dog on her shoulder. Woo! Great guy, great job. Nursing school reenactment. I will add that to my canvas as to meet your instructor. You will always move forward. Oh, now at the end of each lanyard that was placed on our nursing graduate's neck, there is a medallion that symbolized the commitment and dedication to the art of nursing. The Florence Nightingale lamp. This is a time honored and is icon of our nursing profession. Now we invite Professor Emeritus Barbara Ng to recite the nursing pledge. Give it up for Ms. Barbara Ng.
Wow. I don't have my program, so I guess we're going to follow this. Will all nurses, and that includes our new colleagues, the graduating class of spring 2022, and all nurses, colleagues, nurses watching us on Zoom this evening, thank you. It is in your program, and also I think it's a little bit different. So we'll read from the projected slide. Please join me in the International Nursing Pledge. The first part actually says, in the full knowledge of the obligation I am undertaking, I promise to care for the sick with all the skills and understanding I possess, without regard to race, creed, color, politics, or social status, sparing no effort to conserve life, to alleviate suffering, and to promote health. I will respect at all times the dignity and religious beliefs of the patients under my care, holding in confidence all personal information entrusted to me, and refraining from any action that might endanger life or health. I will endeavor to keep my professional knowledge and skill at the highest level, and to give loyal support and cooperation to all members of the health team. I will do my utmost to honor the International Code of Nursing Ethics and to uphold the integrity of the professional nurse. Thank you and welcome, colleagues.
Hey, colleagues. Thank you. Now we will have our closing remarks by graduate nurse Sanjivani Chavan.
Our first. Good evening. My name is Sanjivani Chavan, or as some of you may know me, Sonali. On behalf of the class of May 2022, I would like to first of all thank Prince George's Community College for offering this program. County college education helps thousands of individuals from various backgrounds, especially with financial restraints, like me, an immigrant with limited resources, accomplish our educational goals. And PGCC does specifically that.
It provides an avenue for affordable, quality education. I would like to thank the Chair of Nursing Department, Ms. Vivian Kawogi, and her team who have worked hard to build this program. I want to thank the professors and adjunct faculty for the knowledge they passed on to us. When COVID came around, the professors had to learn and teach us the dynamics of a virtual classroom, as well as adapt to the adjustments and changing schedules. Thank you, Professor Campbell, Jeffries, Matkins, Wilson, Haley, and Ostrega for helping us through that phase. Just when we were growing weary, we met Professor Haynes and Red. Thank you for the energy you brought that semester. And thank you, Professor Terese and Eng, for bringing to life all the information we had learned. You began the process of transforming us from students to nurses. We walked into this program very excited and energized. But after 3 semesters worth of not just nursing school, but also COVID, loss of loved ones, and some health challenges, our cohort was extremely traumatized and exhausted as we approached our final semester. Our professors, being well aware of that, put in a lot of effort to keep us afloat. Dr. O, thank you for all the goodies you brought us. Dr. Hiley, thank you for your hugs and encouragement. It brightened up our day. Professor Idika, thank you for being not just a professor, but a friend and encouraging us to hold on. Thank you for the prezzies, although it was at the request of your favorite student, Dr. Edward. We all equally loved it. Professor Marcus, thank you for cheering us all through the semester, for helping us calm our nerves, for your study sessions, and for spoiling us with fruits and cookies this past month as we prepared for our finals. Thank you, Professor Eng, for being old school yet so cool. I can confidently say on behalf of all of us that we feel blessed to have just made the cut to be done while you were still around. When we came in for orientation, we met this really enthusiastic and zealous person who introduced herself as Miss Jenna. Little did we know that she would be our 911 for nursing school. Thank you, Ms. Jenna, for teaching us, comforting us, encouraging us, strategizing, and helping us plan this nursing journey. You have seen us cry when we lost hope, and you saw us screaming with joy on our accomplishments. Thank you for standing for us and with us. Most importantly, I want to thank all the family and friends who have supported us through this journey. This journey could have been much difficult if you did not make the sacrifices you did. You saw our tears, you dealt with our tantrums and outbursts, and you stood by us the entire way. And I could not end without thanking my fellow students, or should I say, our new nurses. This journey would have been tough without each other. We were the only ones who understood exactly what each other were going through. We cried, vented, studied, celebrated, prayed, and finally made it here together. It would not have been possible without support from each other. I also would like to thank the pinning committee who who really worked very hard to make sure the spinning was a success. I do need to mention Rebecca Cottle. You've seen her run across the stage, and that's what she's been doing, running this entire month. Thank you. Sherry, thank you. Devon, Carly, thank you so much. And Miss Marcus, thank you. I also want to thank all the speakers for their wonderful messages this evening. And I want to thank the Center for Performing Arts staff and the volunteers who came out to help us. Well, we did it, guys. And thank you all for being a part of the ceremony. It means so much to each of us. I wish each of you, my fellow nursing, or new nurses, as I should say, all the success. And third semester, now fourth semester, we officially hand over that study room to you. Make good use of it. Thank you once again, one and all, for being present here for us, with us today. We really appreciate you. Hope you all have a great evening.
I hope you all have enjoyed this year's pinning ceremony. Just a few words of encouragement for our rising fourth semester, our senior class. Take a look at this moment. Envision yourself right here, finishing up your senior semester strong. Just remember, it would be hard work. It would be stressful. You would throw some temper tantrums like a toddler, and it's okay. And just remember to get back up, put your big girl, put your big boy panties on, and know that you will be here next semester. So my rising fourth semester, get ready to dig deep. And let's go ahead and finish this strong. Okay. As we prepare for the recessional of our nursing graduate, we ask to keep the aisles clear and remain seated during this time. Please know that these future registered nurses will have a challenging career, yet a fulfilling one, as they take on such an awesome task. We are very proud of you and the graduate nurses for all the hard work that you have put into your studies to get where you are today. As an honors person once wrote, say one life, you're a hero. Say 100 lives, you're a nurse. Professor Haynes says, continue to move forward and don't look back. Graduates, please stand and get ready to process out. Congratulations, nursing graduate class of spring 2022. Come on now, stand up on your feet and give your loved ones a round of applause as the music comes. Give them a round of applause. They are ending one chapter and beginning another. Whoop, whoop. You did it. Come on, we almost there. We almost at the finish line. Clap it up. We are almost home. It was a long, hard fight to get where we are, but they made it. They made it. Thank you so much. This concludes our nursing pinning ceremony. Have a blessed night.